and the arm up. Opening up the side of your body, and looking up helps to encourage that stretch as the heel presses down, working through the hips. Great. Now leave the arms high but drop the shoulders, bend the knees and float forward. Climb back up. Now let the hands lower to chest height and open up across your chest. Hands forward, climb up, drop to the floor, climb up, and then open across your chest. Perfect. Up to the sky, drop to the earth, up to the sky, and then open across the chest. So let's make that movement more fluid and flowing and work for you across the chest and into the sky, and drop and lift and open, and couple more. Great way to warm the spine and prepare us right across the chest. Last one. Deep knee bend to get this to work well, and open across the chest. Now leave the arms in the air, then turn the palms out and bring your hands down to your thighs. And do that again, all the way up. Let's see those shoulders drop, good. And then push your hands away, all the way down to your thighs. So think about mindful movement. And the mind is concentrating on your breath. Inhale, climb. Exhale, push away. And your physicality, keep the shoulders relaxed and soft. And function or make the upper back do the work. So feel the shoulder blades do the work. Good. Make sure your feet are hip distance and your toes are facing forward. So there's quite a lot to be mindful about, to be aware about. Now bend the knees, push your bum back and sweep your arms forward, and warm up your ankles, your knees and your hips. Climb up, breathe in. Feel the power of that breath, and now feel the power of the movement in your legs, in your hips, in your calves, in your ankles. And that feels so free-flowing and comfortable and opening and refreshing, like morning, and sinking down. So do it a couple more times. Just lose yourself in this movement, in this feel good, opening, stretching movement. Terrific. Now climb up onto your toes. Good, and hold it for a few seconds before you land your heels, and then sweep the arms forward. So you're starting to go a little more intense. Right up onto your toes, feel the energy, good. Now drop into the heels, push your heels back and lift the arms forward. Terrific, 2 more. Good, let's see that lift, let's see that rise, and then let go. Really let the breath go. 1 more. Let's see the rise, let's see the lift, and then release. So standing up, rolling the shoulders, and take your legs wide now. Send your knees out over your toes. As the arms come out, pull the shoulders back and lift your heart. Take this hand and sweep it towards the other hand, and then up into the air. And do it with the other side. So you can see that I've gently bent one knee, and now I'm coming into both legs. So we want this to flow in the way that everything we do flows. And open. There's the heart lift, there's the breath in, there's the movement, there's the breath out. Lovely. Mindful movement. And your mind is focusing on your strength of your feet, the groundedness of your feet, the softness of your knees, the power of your thighs, the strength of your upper back, the length of your spine, which I so admire, and your eye gaze fixing forward on your horizon. Lovely. So do 1 more each side. Open-hearted, open chest, and pause. Now we'll take this hand and take it up into the air and take the other arm under. So we've got a waist stretch and come into the centre. Let's do it the other side. So bend the knee, arm nice over the ear and come into the centre. Lovely. So really press the feet into the floor. Bend the knee so all the work goes into one thigh and the other thigh stretches. And the breath flows. And the alignment is, as always, essential. The fingers in line with your shoulder, arm in line with your ear. And that gives us the stretch in the waist. So open the arms, pull the shoulders back, and then go back to the circle. The arm lowers and lifts, breathe in, other side, lowers and lifts, breathe in. And keep going. And open. Good, so it's like the sunrise. Chest opening, chest warming, sunrise right across the chest. Flow and glide. And you don't notice then that your arms are tired. And that you've worked quite hard. So one more on each side. Keep thinking about sunrise. And hold. And then little bend in the knee, lift the arm, look for the alignment. Good. Centre, both knees bent. Look for your alignment. Perfect. Give me 4 more of those each side. Float from one to the other. And notice where the muscle tension work goes for you. Is it your thigh? Waist? Right up through the armpit? It's all good. Just asking for observation, just to notice. Good. So we'll open the arms, but we'll change direction. Float forward with very bent knees, and then float out and look up. So you're quite, I'm going to say restricted. You can't go too low or too high, because your legs, your feet are on the floor, your legs are wide. So just experiment with how it feels. Look to the floor. Now look up at the earth, the sky. A couple more. Oh, I don't know about you, but my body needs to feel this morning. Great, so we've really set the scene. We know what we're doing. Kick out your feet, pad your feet, roll your shoulders, pick up your hand weights. Maybe have a little slurp of water. And we'll start with mindful movement with hand weights. So your feet are hip distance, your palms face forward, and your hands go all the way above your head and all the way down to the side of your legs. I won't go that slow every time because that really does make you work hard. But you're noticing what's going on. Your feet are firm, your knees are springy, your abdominal, deep abdominal is engaged. Think about that cylinder from the corset muscle, the TVA, whatever you want to call it, and the base of the cylinder, the pelvic floor, and the diaphragm. So that's your cylinder of strength, and let's breathe to keep that cylinder strong. Good. Lovely. Now bend the knees. Let the hands lower. Then bring them forward so your arms are in line with shoulders. Good. Lower the arms and lift up towards the sky. There's your breath in. Arms to the side. Bottom goes back. Arms come forward. Yes. Climb up. Feel the back muscles. Use the back muscles more. Upper back, shoulder blades, and use the shoulders a little bit less. So give the shoulders 360 impact. Good, and lower, and take the arms forward. Couple more like this, really stretch up, look up, feel that straight line, that alignment in your coming onto your toes. So let that load through the ball of your foot, and then drop the heels and push into the legs. One last one, purposeful. Up onto your toes, and then drop into your heels, and arms come forward. So take your time just to nurture your shoulders, maybe your neck, and take your legs wide, turning your toes out, checking your knees, go out over your toes, keep your chest up, arms to the side and shoulders pull back. I'm going to stay in my leg, lean over, arm, out to the side. Good. Lean slightly over, yes, there's one. So you'll notice I've got slightly bent elbows rather than rock solid straight arms, slightly bent, and lift and open, and keep going. 3 more, and open, breathe out, and open, 2 more, beautiful, 1 more, and the other side. Now leave the arms open, lean over, one arm, so we fix the alignment, we know what we're doing, come into the center, lean over, good, and keep that going. Lots of work going on here. Leg work, hip work, waist work, arm work, upper back work. So just go with that flow and that feeling and that purposeful alignment. Great. 2 more. Slow and steady wins the game. That's how we build our strength. Slow and steady. Stamina. Very pleasing. Other side. So open the arms, stay with me, circle the arm. That's it, and open up like the morning sun. Drop and open. Keep going. 4 more. So you can feel that whole movement through the shoulder. And as you climb up, you start to really feel the spine lengthening and the muscles around the spine assisting the back. Good, so the chest is high. So this is where you need your grit, your determination, your focus. And the other side. So pause, I'm going to go the other way. Bend the knee, arm, over ear, come into the middle. So finish everything off beautifully. Finish it off, out to the side, thank you. Bend in the knees, over you go. So open chest, I won't say full extension, but with bent elbows. So I know that's a contradiction. Out we go, and oh yes, we're going deeper. We've got 2 more, we can do this, we're enjoying it now, we're in the flow. And the other side, and 1 more. Add in the breathing. Come on, open-hearted, breath in. Lovely. What do you need? Is it a shoulder roll? Is it a large cup of tea? Not quite yet, not quite yet. Paddle through your feet, do what you need to do, and then bring your hands to your heart, bring your hand weight to your heart. Bend the knees. Now lift the arms directly up, straighten the legs, and go back into your thighs. And notice in particular where you're working from. Is it your quads and your glutes? Or are you slightly arching your back? If so, pull the tummy in and tuck the tailbone under. So it's the quads and glutes, thighs and bum. Great, let's make it a little more interesting. Lift your arms up and hold. Bend the elbows so the hand weights go between your shoulder blades. Now open the elbows to the side. Oh, hallelujah. Bring the elbows in. Lift the arms up and bring the hands to your heart. And do it again. Lift Elbows tuck in here. Now take the elbows wide. How wide will they go? Oh, elbows in, arms up, hands to heart. Repeat, lift, drop, open, pull in, lift. So we know that our lifestyle encourages us to tip forward, lean forward, and loosens those upper back muscles and chest muscles. This brings you your power back. And lift. Don't go before you've done 2 more, Glenys. Before you go off to your treatment. We see you sneaking off. Ragdale Hall, darling. Elbows wide. Oh, she's gone. So we'll do 2 more of those. Elbows wide. Oh, arms high. Good, so you found a rhythm, and when you find a rhythm, it just feels a bit easier. So bring the hands down, bend the knees, and take the hands all the way down. Roll the shoulders, bring your feet in, and paddle through your feet. You've done great work. We'll use the hand weights to bring us into the floor. So a little bend in the knees, tightness of the tummy, and start by stretching your neck. Drop your chin down. Then fold in on yourself, and I can feel the hand weights. I'm making the stretch bigger. Come down towards the floor and put your hand weights by your mat. And your hands might be on the top of your knees, or you might have made it to the floor. With bent knees, that's possible. So straighten the legs and bend the knees. This is a practice. This is a movement we never want to lose. So keep doing it despite feeling the tightness. And then bend the knees, tighten the tummy, and climb up slow. Roll the shoulders, full body stretch. So teaching the body how to release and lengthen in an upward position, but also in a downward position. So I'm going to cross my legs over, you know that's a personal favourite, and then roll down. Your hands might get to your knees, or they might go lower. And if you are going lower, well, either way, either turn so your hands are on the side of your knees, or so your hands are towards the floor. And do that on the other side, either on the side of your knees or towards the floor. And climb up, tighten the tummy to initiate the move into the habit of doing that. All the way to the sky, and do that on the other side. So the other foot crosses over. And you do you. Put your hands on your knees, or perhaps on the floor, and turn one way, either on your knees or on the floor. Let the head go. I don't know about you, but it stings so much I can't hold it for very long, but I'm working on it. Come into the middle and roll up. Good. Unhook the legs. We're going to come onto the mat. So come to the back of the mat so that you've got the length of the mat in front of you, and do that stretch to the sky. And then your hands release, and start with the neck stretch again, chin to chest. Oh, how's the neck? Fold in, upper back, lower back. Hang out at the bottom for a few seconds. Enjoy that stretch, releasing that tightness. And then walk forward so the hands are directly underneath the shoulders. Push your heels away and look at your mat. Look at the top of your mat. Now drop to the knees and push your bottom back. Good. Release your wrists and stretch through your hips. Now I really like just rocking my hips right to left because it gets that stretch in my hips. A great time to have some water